Alright, oblique pictorial, specifically cabinet oblique, which means everything on your frontal view going on the horizontal will be full. However, everything that's going back on this depth here will become half. So that's what's the difference between a cavalier and a cabinet. Remember, cabinet is half on the depth. Step one, tape it down using your straight edge. So I got my corners taped down so I can keep everything parallel, perpendicular to each other. Step two, 0.5 and 0.7 your light lead. And we're going to transfer our measurements. We're going to make our glass box, and then we're going to go transfer our views onto the box. This is my corner here. So this one we're dealing with squares. We're literally going to count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go ahead and double it to make it bigger. I'm going to straight edge up some here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many have cross? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just counting and blocking it in and making my glass box. Okay. My depth is 1, 2, 3, 4. And since we're half the depth, and if I was doubling everything else, if it was a regular, it'd be 8. Since I'm halving it, it's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to hit here and here. Now, it's got to come back on the 45, so I'm going to take that shortened cat, 45-degree triangle, line it up so that I can get those corners. And I'm actually going to do this upside down because it's a little easier so I can show you on the videotape. So I've blocked in the view. So here's my box, my glass box. Now let's put our views, the 3 views, and transfer them to the box. So I'm going to start with this first one right here. So come in here on the depth, it's 1, 2. So I'm going to come back on my depth, 1, 2. Alright, then I know on this point here it comes in 1. So I'm trying to kind of like playing a game on the top view here. So then I go, okay, and the next side I would come up here 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'd come in 1, 2. So since I'm doubling that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, so that's over 2. So I lightly sketch everything first. Okay, my front view, what do I see? I see this line coming straight down, and then I see this inclined line here. See, I see a line coming down, and I see this line here. This line doesn't come straight down, it comes at an angle, so I need to count. So it's up 1, so that means I'm going to double it up to 2. Okay, good. Right side view, what do I see? I see this angled line and this part here and that part here. So those go together. Okay, how am I going to get this back part right here? Bring it down. All right. To here. And there it is. So there it is, rough sketched in. Of course, then I would need to go back and darken it in. And this is going to be one of those times where I'm definitely going to want to shade to make it easier to see. Bless you. And then if I shade it to make it a little easier to see, I'll shade this part, the part that's cut and angled. Sometimes when you shade it makes it easier to see. You can pick and choose what side views you would want to shade to make it easier to see. I'm going to shade this one this time because it shows that it's at an angle, so it makes it a little easier for people to understand and see. And darken in the crest line, I forgot. There you go. Oblique pictorial.